Welcome back to Saga of Three Kings, session number 47, entitled Tranquility Amidst Chaos. Last session, the group was on their way to the western side of the Mudis region, the greater Mudis region. They traveled south along the road, stopped at a tavern, had some fun adventures therein, because that's usually how it goes. Roadside tavern and inn. Of course you're going to be doing something random. They continued on around the forest, continuing to make their way to the bronze shrine. But along the way, in the hills, they saw what appeared to be some sort of ruins that wasn't on any map that they had. They wandered on up the hill top and found that the ruins appeared to have some sort of latent magic or strange energy to it. They opened the massive doors and saw some sort of shift from beyond this plane into another, with a kind of distorted figure sitting upon a throne. As you're looking at this individual, it looks like the person sitting on the throne appears to be of giant size. His hands kind of on the golden armrests of the throne. A very grand specter of a person upon the throne. And I believe you said at the end of last session that you were planning on entering through the threshold and stepping into the massive throne room before you. Is that accurate?
Hell yeah.
All right. As you cross the threshold, two things you'll notice. The very first one is you felt this kind of strange pull kind of leading you into it. It, like I explained in the off chat, it doesn't feel like it's forcing you into the place. It just feels like, when you're out in the cold or the rain and you're just opening the door and you can kind of feel like the heat of the house kind of exhuming out towards you, and as you're first entering into it, it's that very welcoming kind of change of temperature. But not so much temperature, just everything seems to be in that regard. And as you cross through the threshold, it's very, if you have any exhaustion, it's gone. If you're missing any hit dice, they're back. If you have any hit points gone, they're back. If you're currently have any effects that are currently placed on you, they're gone. You feel 100% the second you step into this throne room. The second thing you'll notice is that the figure that you saw from outside sitting on the throne isn't there. Instead, there appears to be a cloaked individual sitting on the steps in front of the throne being massive behind him. And he has his, hand up on his chin in kind of the thinker's posture. He has kind of a disheveled look, but he definitely has the look of a wizardly type. And he looks up from his puzzlement to see you enter in. Doesn't really say anything. Just kind of goes back to his thinking, but he does seems to can't help himself, and he smiles slightly when he notices that someone's entered in.
I'll give him a wave.
He gives you a gesture of salute.
May we enter?
You realize that you speak, and there's kind of this like gravity to the place. The roof seems to be a lot higher than you expected from looking at it outside. And the volume of this place seems to kind of create a situation where you speak, and it's not really. You're gonna have to,
just doesn't reach him.
You're gonna have to yell if you want to get it through, but you would presume that yelling would create a magnified effect in this place. You're free to
approach.
you're free to yell, or you can approach.
I'm just gonna walk in.
Okay.
I'll come with him.
The carpet that you're walking on is lusciously soft. It feels like you're walking on nothing at all.
Love it.
There are steps ahead of you, but despite their height, you can still see straight up to the throne room, or throne portion of this room, no problem. Alongside those steps, and seemingly coming out from underneath the steps, are two bulls made out of onyx stone with gold kind of filigree and horns. Set inside of their horns appears to be some sort of bronze disc. The bronze disc completely, perfectly smooth, and it seems to have a very reflective nature to it. As you pass it by, it seems like it's perfectly angled to receive you, and it seems like you can look straight at it and see yourself in the mirror perfectly.
What does it look like to me with my goggles on, John?
Everything I've been saying is accurate.
Okay, but nothing's glowing or crazy or anything like that?
You definitely have a gut feeling that you are no longer in the material plane. But besides that, everything here is being seen as it is.
Got it.
Is he breaking up for others? Me.
I hear him. Okay.
Cool.
All right. So, the first platform that you come up to, this is about 10 feet off of the ground level that you are at. And you'll see two kind of colonnades on the sides of it, and two more on the opposite side of this large kind of circular platform. The platform has a very ornate kind of design to it. It doesn't seem to strike out to anyone as anything of any purpose or intent, with the exception of Benson and Raya. It seems to be calendar-like. You'll note that the center has 6 points to its star, which would reference the 6th day. Then it seems to have 4 quadrants after that, which would represent the seasons. And each of those quadrants inside of their small interior seems to be broken up into 3s, which would represent the months within those seasons, which is how the Prasavan calendar, which is the calendar you all follow, seems to mesh with. It appears there is a passageway that leads off to the left. The portal that it leads out of, there's candles that are lit up to it, and they seem to go into a hallway that leads out of this place. Based on your understanding of space, there was nowhere they could go, but they appear to be going somewhere, and it seems to be kind of outside of your sight where they lead to. It almost has like a very weird tunneling effect. You should be able to see through the tunnel. There's this weird kind of patterning to the tunnel that kind of makes it look like it might be longer than it is or shorter than it is.
We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto.
The other thing you'll note is 4 massive statues, all made out of marble. They seem to have crowns of kind of glowing light about their helms. To your immediate left, there is what appears to be a maiden atop a horse. The horse looks very tranquil, but very flowing, as does her cape. And she wields a spear, as do the other 3. The crown about her head, the glowing light about her head, appears to be bluish in color. It seems to have kind of a stormy kind of look to it. Across from her on your left side, you see another horse with kind of a bestial kind of plate armor, and very just like focused war elements to their attire. The horse also looks to be more of a war steed than any of the other horses. There's a crown of red above the horse's head, or the horse rider's head there. To the right of him, continuing to go anti-clockwise, you would see that there's a rider, horns on his head, very light armor, very much styling of kind of a wildman or kind of a brigand of some sort, or perhaps like a barbarian. Horse looks angry as fuck, and the rider in question has a crown of black energy. The red crown, I forgot to mention, kind of has a kind of burning quality to it, whereas the black crown seems to have just kind of a static, kind of unmoving nature to it. And last but not least, a maiden who appears to be wearing kind of rider's garb and light armor. Looks like she is the only one kind of dressed for the weapon she's carrying. She does appear to be kind of a spear maiden type, and she has a crown of white. She does also appear to be the most clothed of the group, in that she seems to be wearing more wintry garb than the other folks present. And the platform you're standing on now seems to lead up to another set of stairs, at the top of which is the dais of the throne and the sitting stranger. Now that you're a bit closer to him, you'd be able to see that he looks like this.
I'll wave to him again.
He gives you kind of a nod and like a, gesture salute.
You don't mind us sort of stopping in here? Can he hear us still?
Yeah, you kind of speak up a little bit, and you can
Okay.
definitely kind of get a vibe that there's a bit of an echo to the place. But it seems that the acoustics kind of favor this platform, so anyone standing on it seems to be able to kind of speak out to anyone who's not.
I hope we're not intruding, more or less.
This isn't my place to be, so you can travel as you like. I assumed the place was yours.
So you're a traveler as well?
I guess you could say that.
Are we close enough to see like the details of his clothing?
Yeah, just basic black, and he seems to be wearing bronze gauntlets and kind of a bronze choker about his neck.
Is that like a hourglass kind of looking embroidering on his cloak, the yellow, or is that just a tie?
That's just a rope tie.
Okay, I'm just trying to see what I can make of it.
Yeah, I see what you're trying to do. He's not carded.
Okay, well I was wondering if he's some chronomancer of some sort.
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
What is this place? How long have you been here?
Not too long. I'm waiting for the... He gestures to the throne behind him. I'm waiting for the master of this place to return. But, so far as yet, it doesn't seem that they are going to be returning. Neither have any of their servants.
It is curious.
Based
Have you
on...
went down either of the paths the rider left from here?
Oh,
or have
no.
you just been setting?
No, I have no desire to deal with old gods. But, that said, the riders left from this place about a month ago. I assume the master will be here any time.
Who is your master?
My master? No.
The master.
The master of this place?
Yes.
The master of this place is an entity known as the Fair Woman, and she should return.
Does that name ring any bells for us?
Yeah, you can make a religion check. Or an arcana check, your choice.
I'll do Arcana.
I did Arcana as well. I think I got 18.
17.
If you're trained in it.
I am trained in it.
29.
Sure. So, Grok and Chody with your Arcana checks. No, really no idea. And for you, Raya, the Fair Woman is representational of a very old arcane focus. Mages from the pre-Elvish times, known as the Vazriel, the Svirk, and also the Karamishan, were folks who worshipped gods that were not really gods. They were very powerful mortal beings that had basically granted power to others. You would know this as the pact binding of a warlock. Still magic that's used today, but in ancient times it was more common. That said, it would seem that the fair woman he's referencing is related to that. It could also be referential to elvish deities, the Whitbeaven, the fair women of the seasons.
Forgive me. I didn't catch your name. I'm called Shambles. You said you haven't been here very long?
Oh, no, not at all. My name is On Moynir. And no, I suppose not too terribly long. A couple of hours.
Okay. Anything you could tell us about this place?
Well, the riders rode out from here. They were sent by their master. And the old gods that the riders represent reside within the chambers before you and behind me. He gestures to the purple paths that seem to go from behind the throne. I wouldn't suggest going and investing too much time with them, as they have been bound in places where time flows differently, and it might not be beneficial for you if you're planning on going somewhere important to you, or if you have anyone outside who might be important to you.
Yeah, we'd hate to lose time.
Definitely.
I don't know exactly how the measure spins, but I do know that it is different in each of the chambers than it is here and without.
Does each chamber flow the same, or is each one different from the previous?
I presume different. Each one is binding something very different.
And the old gods these bind, which ones are they?
The old gods of the human folks of this land. The ones before the straightest arrow came to be.
Is that something we're familiar with?
The straightest arrow is Atavius, the god of absolute law. So what he said basically means the people that Atavius's servants, Ryomand, basically conquered during the Age of Migration.
Is that the Four Sisters?
It wouldn't be the elves, no.
No, the ones from Lamac's sisters.
From the what?
Lamac?
Lamac and her
religion.
sisters.
Oh, that is not a name I've heard. Did you say that aloud? Or?
No, I'm asking you.
Oh.
Is that what we're piecing together?
If these are supposed to be representational of four sisters, then the fact that two of the four are male makes that very strange.
Okay. Well, audio's been breaking up for me pretty bad. I'm gonna miss some details.
Is anyone else having problems with my audio?
No, I could hear.
No, I think it's mostly Jeremy.
So out of character, is what you saying happening before the Covenant of the Ascended?
Oh yes. Not that matters here. We're not.
No, I said out of character.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to understand.
Just talk to me in character. We're into this.
Okay. Then he would say that.
And then he would say, I presume so. I don't really deal with the matters of the material. I haven't been there for a while.
It's right out there.
Is it?
For us, it was.
Last I checked.
Do you turn and look back?
I'm going to be very upset if I do.
It's bright white light.
I'm going to mosey around and look at these horses while you guys scholarly ponder this out.
What's bright white behind us?
The door we came in?
Like it's just a wall of light.
We are on a mission. Maybe you can give us some information.
I will try to help as best I can.
I am committed to preventing the return of Ashmedea.
That is not a name I'm familiar with.
I
Wait,
knew it.
Ashmedea? He kind of blinks and then points to his right, which would be the top
his
left
right.
corner. She is bound within.
To the rider with the red?
The purple hallway at the very top left, I think he means.
Yes.
Oh, so that's hell?
No. What?
Isn't that where she is? One of the 9 hells or something like that?
I
What I thought.
don't exactly understand what you're on about, but
Who's Ashmedea to you?
the goddess Ashmedea, worshipped by the Ashmedean people of Harnack, a goddess to them, a bright red dragon, greedy beyond measure.
Yes.
It is said that she usurped her 3 rivals in the region, taking all from them.
Yeah. Okay.
That sounds right. So
That's
that path leads to what realm?
It leads to the prison of Ashmedea.
Oh wow, wow.
In our plane of being, Ashmedea is slightly different. She is the demon prince of greed and is bound within her own hell and should be returning any time now.
Interesting. Not history I've kept up on. Apologies. Been much too busy with more important matters, he says, kind of looking down at the carpet. Seems like he's kind of I don't know, just it's not annoyed at you. It just seems to be like he really is. He's intent on something else happening, and it's not happening. It seems to be irritating to him.
Anything we can help you with?
Unless you can draw the master to this place quicker than I would like, then no, unfortunately not.
What's he like? What's he do?
Well, she is.
Sorry. First of all,
a being of understanding, logic, and clear-headedness. She is intent on making sure that the efforts of some misanthrope in the material and near material is put to rest. So she has issued her riders out, as she herself has gone forth, making her way to the city of bronze and also to the high gates in Celestia. I think she was also intending on heading to the 13 gates of Ashtar. But again, for what purposes, I'm not sure. I just know that I am hopeful to receive her favor in a matter that I am dealing with. And she is not here to grant her favor to me.
Is this one that
sounds like
the
quite
fair
a
woman?
journey.
Yeah. Is the fair woman looking for someone named Calareth?
I don't know the name of the individual that she seeks.
Seems like our thing's pretty small potatoes to this guy and the god he's looking for.
If you really wish to help me, it would be very, very, very laborious an effort, and it might cost you time. But if you were to do me this favor, I suppose I could grant you my boon.
What have you got in mind? I can't promise anything.
I am a representative of the sidereal courts. I could grant you the blessing of your sign. It seems that you are already favored, but twice favored. Yeah, looking at you, Shambles.
Oh,
Twice favored. Well, that might be beneficial. Do you not agree?
yeah. One right
West.
over his head. I get it. What's the job?
Well, the lady, the fair woman, is immediately alerted if any of these creatures she has bound escape or are destroyed. As time flows differently for you within, it may be an exhausting effort. It will not daunt you physically, but it may change your goals outside of this place. I know not exactly which would flow more steadily or more slowly. That's a choice you would have to make on your own. But I can tell you everything I know about these places, so you are not making this choice uneducatedly.
That'd be good to know, but it's out of character. I want everybody to know Brooklyn is very against this, and
It seems like too great of a risk as far as
I'm not a
time
big deal
flows.
of this. I got parents I gotta go see, fam.
Well, if time's flowing differently in here, if any of the places we go causes us to exist in this plane longer, or that allows time to flow beyond our scope on the material, that's a big risk as far as Calareth.
Are you saying that aloud?
Sure, yeah.
He says, well, as I
Right?
mentioned, time is a bit strange in each of them. In at least one of them, I believe it doesn't flow in the direction that you're akin to.
So it flows backwards?
Right, but I don't remember which one it was.
Is that to say if we go in, we are going backward, or the world around us is going backward?
The world around you. So none of your physicality will change past this point. Nothing to you will
We are locked.
be changed. Yes, as you've entered into this place, Mundi, the throne of the fair woman, you are, well, caught here. As am I. We speak temporally, but we are not currently acting under the binds of the arch. If you enter into one of these places, time has been manipulated to ensure that the creatures are preserved, but as each one of them requires a different track of speed due to their natures, well, time flows differently.
So if time flows differently, assuming we go to the one that time goes backwards, all the events that we know of could just not have happened yet. But does that mean, let's just say my parents haven't met yet, would that mean I am technically not born yet? Or how would that work?
I couldn't begin to answer your question. I would suggest getting a chronomancer or someone familiar with the flow of time and the rules of the arch to assist you with that.
I'm gonna look at Raya and Benson. What do we do here?
Are each of the prisoners bound in the same manner? Do they all serve the same sentence?
In essence, no. But ultimately, the sentence would be the same. The charges are not.
So 100 years plus 1 day is the sentence for every prisoner in here.
No. That is the rules for the Celestials and for demons. One of the creatures present here is a dragon, as we've discussed. And she is bound in a way that allows time to flow either forward or quite quickly forward. As a dragon's maturity, its ancientness, is attained, and if its time is present, if its time is current, it would flow normally, but if its time is sped up, it might flow more slowly, which is why I'm not sure whether or not its time is normal or keyed to a different speed forward, or I know that that one is probably not the one that is going backwards. The creature that resides to my left is a serpentine creature, a beast with regenerative powers, born of the earth, known as Svenin. I do not know if it has been slowed or reversed. If it were allowed to go in a fast-tracked fashion, it would escape very quickly. So it is either running in a reverse pattern, or in a time not too far different from your own. Gestures to the right, in your kind of direction. The creature that resides within is a creature from beyond this plane, where time is not typically a factor. But time is something that it desired, it envied, and it sought out. It is bound within a well of fluids, somewhere where it is currently flowing in and of itself. I would assume time is not static there due to the fluid nature, but I presume that it could be flowing very quickly forward or very quickly backward, or perhaps just backwards.
That's a big gamble, though.
I wouldn't risk that one.
Yeah.
What about this guy?
The last of these is a great bird, a raven creature. And I believe it resides in a place of absolute cold. I would say, of all of the ones present, it is the one I am most certain about regarding its speed chronologically. I'm certain that it has been locked and that its time is static.
I
do like birds.
It's a bird.
What is it you're asking of us?
If you were to kill one of these things, or set it free,
To attract the attention of your mistress.
and she would return post-haste.
But that would also lead to unknown consequences for whatever time or place this thing is for.
I am not forcing you to take this. I am more than happy to wait. You asked me how you could help me, and I am telling you, if you wish, you may do it.
I know that. I'm just discussing,
Monkey
Mr.
ball.
Magic Man.
Apologies.
How else could we leave this place?
Walk
Gesturing to the bright whiteness of where we came in.
I presume it'll take you back to whence you came.
Oh,
So we don't even know if we can return, or how much time has passed since we've been in here.
I think...
No, he said we're locked. The moment we entered, we are still at that very moment. We walk out is the exact same time as when we walked in.
Oh, okay.
Entering the white light should take us right back outside.
I mean,
I personally wouldn't mind helping you with this bird situation.
It's already bound. It's serving a
That's-
sentence.
Just me, though.
What would be the consequence of killing one of these things?
Well, as I stated, I would grant you my boon for performing this deed. When the fair woman returns, if she does seek some sort of recompensance, I would make sure that she is aware that it was I who performed the deed. Mortals are not to be judged by deities, even outside of the normal course of the material plane, as your presence here is strange, to be sure, but not unwelcome.
Are we technically in the material plane right now or not?
No. We rest in the astral sea.
And so long as, if we were standing in the material plane, a god cannot interfere in our lives in any way, correct?
Correct.
But if we're in here, they could.
Accurate, except that they are still bound by rule. They are not allowed to perform any action against a mortal being, no matter where it is, so long as that action is not taken in a defensory or judgmental manner. And since I've stated that I will be acting as your surrogate, sacrificial lamb, individual who will take your punishment unto himself, you should understand that there is no punishment that can be wrought upon you.
What
That's only
exactly?
true if she accepts you as the sacrificial lamb.
She has no choice but to. That's the way the rules work.
What is your boon?
As I stated, I am a representative of the sidereal court. I will grant you a boon based on your birth sign.
I haven't committed a crime in a while, honestly.
Right? Ryan's coming around.
Shambles staring at the door with a raven behind it.
I haven't punched a bird in like months.
You guys want to go fuck up a bird?
He's just staring down.
Yes!
He's
For the love of God, yes!
He's staring down that door, and Ryan says something that's like affirmational. He's like, "Right, let's do it, yeah." It's like that's just where we need to be.
I'm the bad guy in the group, but I haven't done anything bad in a while. I
Really turned the other cheek
You've
lately.
been
You're
doing
not acting
so
like yourself.
well.
I fucking need to reaffirm my position here.
I vote no.
That's it.
It's a hard no. What are we doing?
Yeah.
We're like killing something or freeing something to make this guy's life more quick. You know, they're gonna hurry something up for him. That's
Hey,
not
man,
right.
he said he doesn't care either way. You're the ones who asked him for a favor.
Time's money, and boons are boons. And if this thing's that bad, I mean, she's got 4 horsemen plus herself to go catch it.
I don't know.
Not
I don't
even
feel
a
right
word.
about it.
Brooklyn.
This is a tough decision.
So wait a second. Hold on. We have a I don't know iffy from Benson. We
We're
have
2-2. No,
absolutely.
Benson said no.
Benson said no. It sounded like he was iffy.
I said I'm iffy. I don't feel good about it just
That's a
because,
half and half.
yeah, I don't know.
Not feeling good about committing a crime, typically a no. We're 2-2.
Hey, look. Okay, that's a half seas to me. Okay. So
I
Chody
want the feelings of the group fleshed out.
Chody could be the swing vote. Okay, I'm just saying. Let's keep him on that. But no, you're right. Brooklyn needs to throw in something. But we currently have a absolutely hard
Brooklyn
line
was
though.
also sounding like a no.
What is it that binds the creatures inside?
What is it that binds the creatures inside? The stuff of the astral sea is segmented in these sections into demi-planes, as is the case here in Mundi. The temporal nature of these demi-planes are key to their own individuals, that is. Unfortunately, I can't give you much more than my estimated guess style those work. Educated as they may be, they are absolutely guesses. That said, oh, sorry, raising your hand. I haven't done
Tell
this.
me about this bird.
Karamusan, the god of ravens.
It's a raven too? Oh my god, that's your wheelhouse.
He
Wheelhouse.
We talked about this out of game.
What can you tell me about this Carmen?
Karamusan.
Karma, San Diego.
I can't. I'm gonna take away inspiration. How dare you insult Karamusan? Karamusan is the god of all ravenkind. He is the master of the air, the lord of the high mountains. He is a benevolent being, but he is a very massive being as well. It is said that in his days of old, he ruled over 2 societies. First in the mountains south of the Great Barrier, in a region known as Stormloft, where he was bested, and his eye was torn out by Ashmedea, as we mentioned. Karamusan migrated north to Osiria, a land far north of there, if you're not familiar. And he ruled over a people known as the Svergic people, who themselves were migratory from a land known as Jernaris. Sverg people were bested, but their deity was bound to Mundi. The fair woman granted this as a favor to the first king of fire, Ryamand.
What of his crimes? Why is he bound here?
He opposed the rule of Ryamand. As he was far too great a creature to be just simply dispatched by the King of Fire and the migratory lord, he was bound here instead to live eternally.
And the Ryan guy, is he like the god of gods?
I'm sorry?
The god, whoever the crow pissed off, is he in charge?
Ryamand? No, he was
Yeah.
a man. He was the first king of the Osirian triumvirate. He's the one who brought the other 2 kings into the fold.
Alright, I'm sold. Let's go see a bird.
And how positive are you that his time is stasis and not?
He is the one I am most certain of, as the nature of air is a fluid thing, as I'm sure you're aware. I know for a fact that the realm that he resides in is currently iced over and locked into a chilled state. My presumption is that if it were more active, it would be a more liquid thing. It is not.
So this law of rhyme that he broke, Could you explain that to me?
So, the king of fire, the first lord of the triumvirate, Ryomand, was sparing the people of this place from the tyrannical rule of the Sverkic people. The king, Karamusan, who ruled over those people, demanded that all follow in servitude and give him all that he desires from their crops, from their houses, from their homes. Ryoman stood against this oppression. He fought the One-Eyed Rock, and he bested his people. In the end, instead of allowing such a great creature to be just simply dispatched, he gave it up to the fair woman of Mundi, who has bound it here ever since.
So the king of fire can give demands to the fair woman?
No demand.
It was a gift.
What kind of gift is a god?
I would say a pretty good one.
Why would a god take a god as a gift?
I don't think you understand the nature of gods.
Probably not.
Though it's probably unlikely that there are many within your time frame or even your region that still worship the one known as Kara Musan. There are doubtless individuals in the material plane or beyond that still do. All of those prayers and all of that faith draws into the white wind and increases Kara Musan's power here beyond the veil. That
Beyond
power is bound.
Go ahead.
That power is bound and controlled by the fair woman.
So she's basically using these four as essentially batteries to keep herself juiced.
I'm not very familiar with the term battery. Perhaps
That was out of character, by the way.
out of character.
Sorry.
But yes, 100%. Sorry, I am 100% in this guy. So like, if you say
Fine.
something and you do not preface it with "OOC" or like out of character, I am going to reply. As
No,
this
sorry about that.
All right.
Beyond the actions taken by the fair woman, what consequences could there be of destroying such a individual?
A being such as this, unfortunately, is mortal. So if it were to die here, it would die forever. It could be brought back to life, as I'm sure is within the power of the fair woman. She does have the power over life and death. But it would never be the same. There would be a splintering within its representation, its affinity for the creatures it rules over, the raven kind. It would cause a severance within them.
Doesn't sound so bad. I don't care for them.
What was that raven guy we beat the shit out of?
I would say certainly if you were to defeat it in combat mortal, it would leave markings upon you, upon your very soul. If you're not keen on Ravenkind, as you just mentioned, I don't think that they would give you any problems ever again.
I vote yes. I vote yes to the bird.
I've slowly been creeping over there. I don't know if you're paying attention.
The scariest of pros.
Would that include, like, kinkus? Since they are similar? Or no?
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with the term Kanku.
Okay. I'm going
Not
to assume
important.
that's a yes.
Kanku do
Kenku
exist.
is a crow person.
A Crovian. I assume that they would have the same burden as they are children of this entity.
That sounds like a lot less potential thieves and or enemies in my book.
Out of character.
We've already met one raven worshiper that we had to like deal with, so
I don't think I did. I don't think Brooklyn
Yeah,
You,
did.
were,
you
you
weren't
weren't
there.
there, but he was a terrible man, and I hated him.
That does sound like something awful, so I'm going to vote yes as well.
it was not a fun fight. Get over here. R-Cube, we're going in.
So, I will explain something to you. The nature of this place is different than I'm assuming you are ready for. If you fall in combat while you are within, you cannot die there. You will be drawn here. You will be barred from entering into that place for a year and a day, as is the normal rules for celestial beings, outsiders, and their ilk. If you fail, it will come after you. It will exit that place. So the deed will be done. However, it may become necessary in the future for me to ask you back to this place to deal with it again, or perhaps deal with others. In doing this, I will grant you my boon, I will grant you my favor, and I will ensure that you will not die here. But I do really hope that you understand that you are stepping before a god to fight.
I have another question.
Sure.
The place is frozen. You say if activity should grow, it will turn to liquid. Will our activity melt this place and drown us in there?
I don't think you have the kind of activity able to melt a deity's chill, but I have been wrong in the past. Perhaps that might come to pass.
And can Bird Boy melt the ice in there and drown us all?
Unlikely. It is a being of air.
Cool.
It probably relishes in the chill.
So godlike fire would be about the only thing to melt this ice?
Correct.
Put your coats on. Grok, get up here. Come on.
Nope.
We still have one hard no.
You're not going to get a boon, Grok!
Brooklyn?
I voted yes already. I'm
Okay.
over
Zero
it.
consequence.
That's 3 for yes. So if we're going for a democratic path, that means we're in.
Can't
this.
help but notice Benson has inched ever closer as well.
I figured it was going that way, so
I mean, you could stay here with Grok. That option exists.
You guys can play cards or talk about trees.
I roll with my homies.
100%. All right. Well,
All right.
if that's the case,
Oh boy.
Oh, this is bad.
This is great.
I lodge my formal objection.
Noted.
Hey, you somehow. We'll find something nice for Grok. We'll all pal around on some druid stuff, I'm sure.
If somebody gets hurt, nobody's gonna be able to heal you but me.
I'm going to approach Grok. I have a whisper. I'm going to be sending you a DM here in a second. But yeah, continue with the story.
as you continue through the passageway, whoever's in the lead, I presume Shambles, you would note that the walls, the patterning, it does have this very strange kind of effect that kind of mutes the distance that you're traveling. Kind of creates this weird effect, like you feel like you've traveled farther than you have, or if you kind of turn back and look, you realize that you've actually traveled farther than you thought you did. Eventually it comes to a point where you can feel a chill air, and it seems like when you turn and look back, you can no longer see where you came from. That same effect that distorts now kind of bars you from seeing the path that you have exited, and it lets you see the path that you are coming out to. It seems you are exiting out of this tunnelway into a snowy, treed area, and it seems that the wall that you're exiting out of seems to go infinitely to the left and to the right. I'm going to go ahead and move you to the map. I think it's going to cue the music, so it might be action-packed from the start, but I'll go ahead and...
Different planes are always annoying.
Fuck this guy.
It looked much like a raven.
Yeah, it's the token that I'm using is just a rock.
Bird.
It should be more black and raven-like. You see a bird that seems to stand somewhere around 35 feet from foot to top. Its wings kind of curled around itself on top of a large kind of shrine-like building. The rest of the area appears to be covered with snow. It is snowing, by the way. The ice seems to be moving, but it does seem to have kind of a sheeting of ice over it that seems to be kind of splintered atop the kind of moving waterways. It does appear that the Surfaces that do not have snow covering, i.e. the bridge, the stone paths on the waterways, appear to be kind of slick with ice. So notation if you are moving across those. And you're not doing so at half speed, you'll need to make an acrobatics check or fall on your butt. There appears to be a massive hand holding up the final island of the arrangement here. The hand appears to be made out of stone covered with what appears to be kind of frozen lichen and grass. It immediately kind of turns its attention towards you, its left side of its face, its eyes staring down at the pathway to you. Kind of, and then throws its wings wide open. With a massive 120-foot wingspan, this creature kind of just opens its wings to you.
Shambles, if you'll let me, I would like to talk to it first.
Knock yourself out, champ.
I would ask the
He's
bird,
so happy.
unarmed, I would ask the bird if I could approach.
It presses off of the stone. You see several of the shingles kind of break away from it, and its form flies straight up into the sky. You very quickly lose it in the fog and cloud cover above.
Dick, move. Try to be civil.
Alright. Are we going into a defensive stature, or are we just kind of...
Could we do stuff?
Absolutely, yeah.
Can I cast a spell?
Well, you effectively have one turn before this really starts, so you can go ahead and take one turn of actions, sure.
Okay.
Just to clarify, the bird is a god but also mortal?
Yes. It is worshipped as a god, but is not an immortal being.
Okay. And it is actively snowing in this place?
Correct.
Okay.
And the water underneath the ice appears to be moving like a stream.
Got it. I'm going to just take the defensive stance, whatever that was called. I don't remember. I've never used it before.
Dodge.
Yeah, dodge. I have never dodged anything.
What spell are you casting?
Fire shield is one of my special druid circle spells.
Sure.
So I'm going to do the flame shield so that it protects me from cold.
Okay.
Warm shield.
Sure. If you have resistance to cold, you will not suffer any ill effects of the chill. I believe most of you are wearing winter coats, though. Or have some other means of blocking, such as the gauntlets. That said, anybody else have any pre-game activities? You have, again, one turn. You can move as well. You don't have to stand at the door.
Are trees hindering anything?
Trees are not hindering. You can move underneath them as you at your pleasure. The one thing is it will create a boundary between you and the sky.
I'm going to take a move action then.
Yeah, I want to get
Stand up here in these branches.
Hang out
I'm gonna
above
do
this
that as
tree. Okay, keep eye on the sky.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Dodge
try to
action.
get under a tree just to kind of make sure safety.
Everybody done?
I am on
Yeah.
top of this tree.
Okay.
Oh, I'm on top of Benson Street. Forgive me.
Roll initiative.
Good job, rest of you.
Yeah, everybody but me.
Yeah. Hey, I have a +5.
I got a +0.
Okay.
I believe that's everyone. Raya, you're first. Again, as I mentioned, it flew up into the sky and is currently cloaked in the foggy clouds above. Basically, really heavy, kind of like white snow clouds. If you've ever been in kind of a cold, not like just below blizzard, not like full-on blizzard. But yeah, certainly annoying temperature.
So, like, at home in January?
Yeah. You traveled out of spring into January. Good job. Good job. Can't even roleplay comfortable climates, you jerks.
I'll move over here and same dodge.
Okay. Jody?
I'm going to stay where I'm at, and try to, I guess, dodge as well. Defensive. I'm just trying to see what's going to happen. Staying under the tree, trying to stay out of sight and see what's going on.
Okay. Grok.
Dodge.
Okay. You know you're not currently under a tree, right?
I'm not.
No, you are just out and about. You want to be on one of like the fluffy marshmallow
Like that, you mean?
That'd be like right under a tree, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Shambles.
No sign of him. He's completely obscured.
Yeah. Based on his movement speed, you assume that he just flew like 120, if not 240 feet into the sky. So he is cloaked by clouds. If you'd like, you could use your action to make a perception check to try and get an eye on him. But as it stands, it's just a bunch of shadows and snow above you.
Feeling he's coming to me. I'll drop down to this bridge.
Okay.
And dodge action.
All right. You don't know what it is, but as you kind of move out into that position and kind of take it, you feel like something's watching you, and your fears are basically realized as the sky becomes black suddenly, and out of the sky drops this massive bird, just coming straight down, talons first and beak first, kind of like tucking in on itself, coming straight into you. It's your absolute worst nightmare.
Yeah. How you doing, buddy?
You mean his best dream?
Well, him beating it up is his best dream. Him being destroyed by
I'm gonna break those hollow bones here.
So 26 and 22 to hit.
Both hit.
Okay, 35 piercing damage as it bites into you and kind of tears into your side. You can feel the metal of your frame kind of crunching up, and then the claws slam into your lower extremities and kind of middle section, kind of like both together, kind of sideways. And you are grappled by it. While you are grappled in this way, you are also restrained. The second it hits, it throws its wings straight down. Everybody within 30 feet of the creature, unless you're grappled, needs to make a strength saving throw. I don't know if there's anybody there. Let me check.
Yeah, Benson and myself are both within 30,
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah. Brooklyn is just outside. So, yeah, you two go ahead and make strength saving throws. Failure, Benson.
10.
19.
Just on the nose, Jeremy. Jeremy, you only are moved back 5 feet. Benson, you are thrown back 20 feet, and you're prone. Yeah, I'd say you slammed into Brooklyn, so stop there. You can't go past him.
Right before?
Yeah. So basically, he's kind of like got his shield up, and he's kind of looking around. Bird, whoosh, and then like Benson, slams into the shield, and Brooklyn kind of stops you and looks down at the ground as you're kind of laying low. You watch the bird flies up 60 feet. It has not broken the cloud layer. It is just off of the ground. It currently has Shambles in its claws. Brooklyn, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action, Shield of Faith, Benson.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll move up a little bit to where close to where Raya is and just look around. I can see it, but I can't hit 60 feet in the air, so that's gonna be it for me.
Okay. Raya.
Snowmen? What is this?
What's that?
What?
The little things with like scarves and stuff, are they snowmen hanging around?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I see.
It looks like a shrine.
I like it.
Bird is up in the air, right?
60 feet off,
Yes.
off the bridge, yeah.
Okay. I'll say out loud, I just want to talk to you, please.
I don't think he's talking, bud.
I'm going to move and then I'm going to use my action to hide.
Behind the pillar there? Or just in the snow? Yeah,
In the snow.
Yep.
Elf.
You all kind of see Ryan kind of move and kind of just cover himself, and like the cloak and the attire just kind of disappears from sight as he moves up near the bridge.
How far away is he currently, you said?
60 feet up.
6 feet up.
Okay, thank you.
And since we don't do Pythagorean theorems, I would say that he is about 60 feet away from you.
Sounds good.
Too hard.
Yeah.
My turn, you done, Raya?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and first action cast Chill Touch on him.
Okay.
18.
That'll hit.
8 points of damage.
Okay. And he cannot regain hit points, right?
Yes, I believe that's what it is. I'll have to check it again.
Yeah.
I'll check it right after this.
I already know. The hand lingers on him. You watch as like the hand maintains on him. He can't regenerate.
Alright, cool. I'm going to run under this tree again, but I'm going to set it to the other side of it to where my back is facing it, to where I'm kind of leaning up
against the trunk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Grok.
Do I have a shot at it, or is the tree obstruct?
The tree would obstruct at that diagonal,
Move up to the left 2 squares. You'll still be under the tree, but you should be able to shoot out from under it and see him.
Like here?
Up 1.
Yeah.
Does that work?
That's fine. You're just on the coast. Up 1, though. Yeah, you're right. There you go.
Like that? Okay. So I would be aiming at its talons to try to... See, I'm not really into this fight, so I'm just going to try to do my best to help. I want to help Shambles get free, if I could, from the grapple.
Okay.
So we're going to do a firebolt.
Sure.
.24 to hit.
Hits.
19 fire.
Still holds on.
Okay.
All right. Shambles, you are grappled and restrained.
And restrained. So I have disadvantage on attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't move.
You can use your action to escape.
No, we're good here. I'm going to start punching this bird. It's all I ever wanted. 13.
Yep.
Gonna... Well, a 16. No matter what, it would be a 16.
We're currently in the missing category, yeah.
You're good. Man.
So
I hate this guy.
You see that he's kind of like, after he bit into your shoulder and kind of took you up in the air, he's kind of got his head kind of tilted so that with one eye it's kind of keeping an eye on you, and with the other eye he's kind of watching the ground, right?
It's an eye.
It's kind of like the weirdest kind of like posture, right? It's kind of tucked in on you, and as you kind of start swinging, the first swing you swing for the head, and he kind of just kind of backs away out of your distance. Then you spin around and start trying to punch him in like the legs and the meat there, and he just starts kind of turning you like a toy as you're kind of flailing about. And he's just like, no.
I'm full on flailing.
I don't want any of that. All right, on his initiative, he's going to do his normal technique, not knowing that you're capable of flight. He is going to drop you. You are currently flying, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now.
So you are not falling, which will agitate him.
Yeah.
But he's not really paying attention to the fact he is expecting a complete just dismissal of you. He is going to fly away from you, provoking an opportunity attack, if you'd like to spend your reaction to do so.
Good. 23 to hit.
That'll work.
For 13 damage.
That'll work.
I can do stunning strike.
I can't do stunning strike on a non... Isn't that right?
You can do a stunning strike anytime you hit with him.
Yeah, thank you, Andy.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a 15, I think, now?
He's not into it, but he is helping.
I just don't want you to get killed.
You hit him in the leg, and you're trying to hit him with like the most precise kind of, and it like hits him in the shin. He's not stunned. He continues flying away from you.
I think it might be a 14.
You watch him go at least 60 feet to hit the cloud line, and go into the shadows of the clouds above. You would notice that the tumult of the cloud barrier, and I'm going to move him back to start position to signify he's disappeared, but you would notice that the tumult of the kind of fog layer above you in clouds, not only will it be hard to see in that state if you were to follow him into it, it would also be very precarious because you'd probably be taking like cold damage and bludgeoning damage from the snow and such above. That's it. Yeah, it's done. Brooklyn, you're up.
Gotta love fights that are out of sword distance.
You can cast Sacred Flame when you can see it.
Yeah, I just realized I remembered that after that, but I guess I'll just ready in action for when he comes in to.
Don't pre-measure to that position. He's not there. He's in the sky.
If he comes within Sacred Flame reach. I'm gonna Sacred Flame him.
Got it. Ryan,
I'm gonna hold.
you're gonna hold. Okay. Jody.
I'm going to also hold, but I'm going to ready Fireball for if he comes into range.
Ready and hold are different.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to ready Fireball for when he comes into this range.
A quick note. I just want to make sure you're aware of this. If you ready a leveled spell and the trigger doesn't happen before the start of your next turn, you still expend the level spell.
Ooh, don't want to do that then. That's
hold your
crazy.
You can hold.
Yeah, I'll hold my action.
Perfectly acceptable. All right, Grok.
We're going to move back a little bit under cover and dodge.
All right.
It's 120 feet up, right?
It is at least 120 feet up. It presumably used and exhausted all of its movement or all of its turn for movement. All right. Shambles, you are currently airborne 60 feet.
I'm gonna lower myself back down towards the bridge here. Yeah, it's probably a good spot. And wondered where this bird is.
All right. Okay.
Bird.
So you will see it before Grok, Benson, but everyone should be able to see it. It is going to descend and hit on the bridge straight in front of you. This will trigger some reactions. Let me make sure we get them in sequential. So the very first one that we'll throw is Brooklyn, because you can see it. You don't have a tree in the way.
Okay.
Dex saving 13.
Yep.
It succeeds. So you see it kind of coming down. The Sacred Flame comes straight at it, and it kind of sees it. You see it kind of twist its body to the side and then flap like backwards. So it kind of, the lance moves past it as it flutters fast. It's quite impressive, it being as massive as it is. Okay, that's your ready action. And then hold actions will happen after it engages. So it hits.
The round's not over. Held actions can keep going.
Right, but it hasn't done its stuff yet, so it's going to continue that. I am going to beak into Shambles. 31 to hit. For 31
With a dodge?
Yeah, I rolled 2 31s. You want me to screenshot it?
Good lord.
It's got a plus 18 to attack.
Alright.
Must be nice.
31 piercing damage. It's then going to perform its trample technique. You can contest it by making either an acrobatics or a strength athletics check. It is moving into your space. Alright. It beats you. You are knocked prone and you take 18 points of slashing damage. As it walks over you and just rakes you apart as it's doing so. And Raya, I'd like you to make the same contested check. Either acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Did he beat at 27 stealth?
He's just walking in that direction. He doesn't see you.
Okay.
I'll give you advantage for your check.
32.
More than enough. So yeah, you would be able to move away from it. It won't. You're still hidden, but you'll be able to move away from. You need to move away from it so you're not underneath it. But basically,
that is the end of his movement, though.
I'm sorry.
That's the end of his movement right there.
Yeah, it stops there. It basically what happens is when it hits the ground, it bites into him, kind of like digs into him, tosses him back a little bit, and then just starts walking across the field, across the bridge, just slamming into everything.
Like a game boss.
Yeah.
Like ran in a straight line.
Just ran in a straight line with its claws and talons coming down like in a raking fashion. So you'd also see that there's scratches across the bridge after it trails over it. It didn't see you. It just is attempting to walk
I was
across the
in the line. Got it.
Yeah.
I thought you were just like, you want to whip your ass. I'm like, no, he's not.
All right, so held actions would happen now.
Bird it.
Follow me if you want to.
Benson.
I will try to Fireball. I'm going to throw it up so I don't hit my teammates if I can. So popping it above him.
All right. Once you've rolled damage before damage is resolved, half the fire damage, please.
Wait, what? Just roll Fireball first?
Yeah, roll your fireball, and then whatever the result is, have it.
Too cold in here.
35.
Yeah, it's real cold in here. Okay, and then it will make its dexterity saving throw. It fails. So it will take the full amount, which will actually be half the amount. So 15, 16, 17.
Okay.
Alright.
Still, it's good.
You'll notice that the potency of the fire magic doesn't seem to be as brilliant as it is outside of this demi-plane.
Did I feel that about any of my other spells, or just that one?
Primarily the fire spell.
Okay.
Yep. Brooklyn, you've ready in action. Raya, you held an action.
I'm going to take my held action after Ricklin's turn.
Oh, okay. Brooklyn, go ahead, take your turn. It is grounded, by the way.
Okay, good. Finally, might be able to do something then.
Attaboy.
Move up to it and swing my sword at it.
Okay.
Good.
21 hit.
Yeah.
It's 14 slashing for the first one.
Okay.
And 26.
Hit.
13 slashing for the second one.
Alright. Raya, you're taking your held action, then you'll take your action.
Held action. So bonus action will be to cast the Ghost Knife cantrip. Action to stab it with that. 23 to hit.
Yep. So 17, 27.
Plus Helmoth Sneak 7.
Yeah, got it. No, the Helmoth Sneak's already in there.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
How'd you?
When you check mark it, it rolls it with the attack. If you leave it unchecked, it doesn't. So yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that'll be it for that. And then on my next turn, I'm gonna stab him again.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, so 12 plus 15, another 27, and I'll bonus action hide in the snow.
Okay. In between your action and Benson's action, it's going to use one of its legendary actions to make a perception check.
Where did all that pain come from?
You kind of obscure yourself in the snow, and as you kind of stab it, you see its attention kind of move to you, and then as you kind of feel the cloak kind of pull over you and kind of are concealing yourself, you watch as its eye kind of snaps on you, and it holds your eye and your attention. It seems to be looking straight into your soul.
He don't see shit.
He seems to be seeing you.
Oh, dumbass bird.
Chody, go ahead.
Be civil. I tried to talk to you.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Chill Touch again.
Okay.
18.
Good deal. You will note that it some of the wounds that it took before it flew up into the sky look like they've healed over. So you are doing a great job by doing that, by the way.
That's why I was popping Chill Touch again. I was like, don't throw big spell, keep it from healing.
Yep. Good deal, good deal. That is Chody up. Grok, you're up.
Is Shambles still grappled?
Yeah, I'm on the ground.
No, I walked over everybody.
Well, not grappled.
I'm bleeding out. I'm great, though. It's good.
Okay, we're going to make our way over towards Shambles if we can.
Almost 0 blood to bleed. Shut up. Are you down, though?
Yeah, really. Guys, do your thing. It's great.
So
we came in here for fun.
It's on top of you? Is that what the idea is?
No, it trampled me and left me behind in the middle of the bridge.
Okay.
I'm just prone. I'll be fine.
I provoke an attack of opportunity?
Which?
When it trampled Shambles and then left.
It does not provoke opportunity attacks from anything that it knocks prone.
Okay, cool. That'd be funny.
John, if I wanted to jump into the water and swim across and try to get to Shambles from the other way, I could do that, right? I have a swim speed?
There's a layer of ice, so you could attempt to run across it. If it breaks, then you'd have to start swimming. But yeah, there is a layer of ice on top.
Okay, so I'm just going to make my way across.
Okay.
Be hilarious.
Go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
Okay.
That's good, it does.
On ice.
Unless you're moving at half speed. Were you moving at half speed?
I'll move at half speed, sure, whatever.
Okay. If you move at half speed, you're doing so cautiously.
And then I would take the dash action, which basically I can go a full...
You cannot take the dash action if you're going to be trying to move cautiously. So
okay.
You might as well go full sprint, but I'm going to need an acrobatics check.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm going to go cautiously.
All right. Done moving?
I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. I'm not going to kill myself trying to kill him.
You can bonus
trying to heal
action.
him.
Do you have healing word?
I do.
You could healing word from there.
How hurt are you, Shambles?
I'm down to about a quarter.
Okay, I'm gonna save it. You're okay at the moment.
Yeah, I'm fine. I insist.
Quarter tank to get you to town.
Between Grok and Shambles, it'll take another legendary action. It's going to spin around and just straight bite into Shambles. It will.
You're all that of staring at Ryan. Okay.
It will succeed. It still seems to. It does one of these and then whoosh, just smashes into Shambles.
Does that provoke a
What
Sentinel?
bastard?
If you have Sentinel, yeah, I would. But I believe it doesn't trigger. Let me double check Sentinel's wording.
Creature within your reach makes an attack against a target other than you. You can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so you both could do it.
17 to hit.
No.
I had a 20, and my damage was 14.
20 hits. 14 will work.
What's the damage?
The damage is it's going to be a total of 45.
I'm down.
I'm going to spend my inspiration on mine, so I hit
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
for an extra 30 damage.
Okay. All right. Shambles, it's your initiative, so death saving throw. One
18.
success. Because its turn, its attention turns about. It will go full board on Raya.
This is going to hurt.
It sucks. It sucks so bad.
All right.
I played it off like it wasn't much, but that was like 3 turns worth of damage.
32
It's
and
going to hurt.
32 and 29 to hit. Obviously, those work. First damage will be a 32 damage piercing. Do you want to have that?
Sentinel.
I'm attacking you. He already sentineled reaction. You can do it.
I spent my reaction on Sentinel.
Oh! I'm sorry. You cut out. I apologize. You're right. Okay, perfect. So 32, and then the next one is 38. And you are grappled, and while you are grappled in this way, you are restrained. It is going.
I'm grappling the dead guy, dumbass.
But you're dead?
0.
Oh. Yeah,
Dumbass.
I will grapple you. I'm going to take flight. No one present has reactions to take against me, so I'll fly straight up into the air, 120 feet, which means I break the cloud line.
Quick fuck you on the way up.
All right.
Getting it.
That is it for its initiative. It would go to my initiative there, Brooklyn.
I'm counting on you to catch me.
I'll just hold my action.
Yeah, you're definitely the problem, though. That was a shit ton of damage, Jeremy.
I hit him really, really hard.
he's really close to being bloodied.
I've done like 12 damage.
I love your face, by the way. Thank you. Appreciate the gravity of this shit. Brooklyn, you can run over and heal Shambles.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was down.
Or you can
do
ready
that.
an action.
I'll go over and I'll lay on hand Shambles for 20 points.
You are up to 20. All right. Raya, at the start of your turn. So at the start of your turn, you'll make a death saving throw. And then also at the start of your turn, you'll fail a death saving throw because of the ice and bludgeoning damage inside of the cloud line. So you now have 2 failed death saving throws.
Get down here, so it's totally cool.
All right. That's Raya. Chody, you're up.
We cannot see him, correct? He's out of sight.
He's in the cloud line, yeah. He moves at least 120 feet around.
Then I'm going to hold until he comes back.
Okay. Grok?
We'll give
Hey,
some.
Grok.
Yeah.
Be ready for Raya. He's gonna come down soon. I'll handle this.
Okay.
Someone's been paying attention to his fighting style. You know exactly what the next move is.
Can we get 12 back?
No. Damn it. You misunderstood.
Fair enough. Grok, you are... what are you doing?
I healed Shambles for 12.
Okay, great. Shambles.
He's 120 feet up.
He's in the clouds, yeah. You can't see him directly. You can fly up after him. You know exactly.
I can fly up after him, but I won't reach him.
Yeah,
Is the issue.
and entering the cloud line, you take bludgeoning and cold damage, 26 of each.
Ah, that's good to know.
Either entering it or starting your turn inside the clouds.
Can I? Well, shit. If I'm flying, I can't catch him because he'd be too heavy, right? You said before the boots won't allow me to hold
Correct.
somebody.
Correct. What I would allow for that, though, is if you're trying to do kind of a save him as he's falling deal.
Yes.
I will let you make a strength athletics check after making a dex.
Slow his.
After making
fall.
a dex saving throw to catch him, because you gotta.
Okay, I'm ready for this. I'm gonna fly a little ways up.
You better.
And
I'll be.
What you can do, you have two options. You can either A, take the fall for him, basically sacrificing your own back and body to kind of brace
That's
him.
cool.
And so you'll take the falling damage from when you catch him. Or you can attempt to catch him and toss him to a more reasonable landing point. I.e., the snowy big section in the middle might be a bit easier to land on than hard, shattering ice.
That's a long throw.
Trees.
Either way, you have
I'll get to there with we gotta catch him first. Let's focus on that.
Well, guess what? It's game time. So Raya starts falling out of the sky, and you are prepared to do it. So give me a dexterity saving throw. DC of which will be a 15.
28.
You catch him. Do you wish to take the fall for him and basically use yourself as a cushion?
Yeah, I'm using myself as a foil. I'm just sort of propping him up.
So you'll be taking the fall damage instead of him.
Okay.
Which means you'll be
slow fall wouldn't help at all, would it?
Slow fall for monks, you have to be adjacent to something, I think. Double check.
Adjacent to this fucking snow.
The only person who can use the snow for a beneficial thing. It's called slow fall, not snowfall, okay?
It's not even called slow fall.
That.
No, that's not a thing anymore. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can.
What the hell am I thinking of?
You can slow fall.
Oh, it is slow fall.
So you're going to reduce whatever damage I deal to you here
Nice.
by an amount equal to 5 times your monk level.
Nice.
So keep that in mind. So I'm going to be rolling because you're catching him and using his momentum the second you get him. You're taking his falling damage instead.
That's fair. So 12.
The amount.
Whatever.
Yeah. It maxes out at 10, but
maximum.
because you're willingly doing it, I'm changing it from D10s to D6s. 1 second.
Breaks, bro.
Okay, so the actual damage that will be happening here is 41. How much do you
45. I reduced by 45.
You do not take any damage. So you catch him and you do the perfect hoo tumble roll, and you just place him softly to wherever he was. Are
we both prone? Either of us prone?
You would both be. Oh no, you didn't take any damage. He would be prone because he is unconscious.
I can't stand up.
Right.
Right.
Somebody do something with this.
You are
You
not
fought like a cat.
You are not standing there. You are.
That's fine.
Or you are standing.
I'm prone. He's on top of me.
No, you're not prone. You didn't take any damage. He is prone. That's what I was meaning to say.
You down gently in the snow and go whipping bird ass.
So I should have actually moved him to there, and I would have dropped him right about in the same spot. So he would actually be here, and you would actually be here, kind of like in the same spot. Yeah, that works. And he is descending down on Rooklyn. He is going to not land. He is going to swoop. So he's only here for a second. And I will be attacking you with beak and talons. 31 to hit, and I think the first time I've ever missed against any of you so far with my massive bonus. I got a total of 23, which I think misses.
23 misses.
Yeah, so the beak hits, the claws don't. And another fortunate factor for you, I rolled lots of 1s and 2s on all these d8s for the beak damage. So you're only taking 22 piercing damage instead of in the 30s.
In high 30s.
After it smashes into you, it very quickly swoops straight back up. This would provoke opportunity attacks from only you.
Oh, not me? Okay.
20. Crit.
29. That'll.
I'm gonna radiant on that.
Okay.
Divine smite.
Oh, that's a reaction.
Smite is not a reaction.
No, slow fall was a reaction. That's why I didn't get to opportunity attack.
That maxes the damage, though, right?
It doesn't max the radiant damage, no. And it doesn't max anything else. We're not doing that in this game. He rolled right. All right.
34.
Yeah.
Good hit.
All right. And you will note that after he came down, some of the wounds he had on him seem to have healed over. And as he kind of... you didn't hit him with Chill Touch since last turn. You held last turn.
Ah, you're right. Dang it. I'm
He
sorry.
keeps going into the cloud lines after every time you Chill Touch because he doesn't like it, if you've noticed. But after he swoops into Brooklyn, he takes off a bit, and I kind of showed you the pattern. He does like a half-moon circle. It seems like he's kind of in the middle of his flight, preparing to swoop straight in towards either Raya and Shambles or possibly Benson. Speaking of Benson, your held action, do you want to take it now or hold it for a little longer?
I will take it if I can see him.
Yeah, you got a pretty good straight line on him. You see that he is basically barreling down towards you or the two on the ground. It's a very scary sight, to be sure.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and we'll try Chill Touch again. It's been working, so hopefully.
Yeah, I explained his wingspan. It's his wings are about that long. Like
21.
hits. He is a not happy
10.
Not happy camper.
I'm going to duck around the other side of this tree, hiding behind the tree.
Of course. All right. So that was the held action after the rock. The rock will, after your held action and before Rooklin's, use his legendary action to fly and land there. As he kind of hits the ground, you see him kind of chicken step, and his head kind of snap down under the tree, kind of looking underneath it at you. His wings are still kind of up like this over the tree line.
Help, 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 help!
Rooklyn, you are up.
Okay. I'm gonna run over to here and lay on hands Raya for 20 points.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good answer.
I didn't kill him.
Well, fuck a bird.
And would screaming something to try to intimidate him be counted, or is that free?
Technically, if you're trying to like persuade him or intimidate him into attacking you, if that's your goal, that's usually an action in my book. If you want to just be screaming at him for free, I'll allow that. But it doesn't look like his attention's changing from the thing that's actually a threat. All right.
I'm an actual threat.
You're literally the second most annoying thing to me right now. The first one I dealt with, and it will have to deal with again. But
Me.
Raya, yeah. Sure, it's you.
So Ghost Knife
Look.
cantrip says if I cast it again or if I let go of the weapon. If I fall unconscious, does it fall?
It's concentration, so yeah, it pops off. Right?
That's a concentration.
Is it not?
Illusion cantrip, bonus action, self.
Yeah, I guess it lasts for 1 minute regardless. It's like Shillelagh. So yeah, it's still active.
Yeah, stab him in the brain again.
All right.
Fence is in there.
Answer to it.
19 hits?
Wait, you can.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, plus 15. So 27 more damage.
All right. As you lance into him, you watch the blood kind of flow out of his his beak and face, and he kind of turns his attention to you. As he does so, you watch as all of the black feathers of his wings kind of like become kind of taut and kind of straighten out, and then an explosion of feathers shoot out from his wings. Everyone within 30 feet of Karamusan, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. I believe Gronk is the only one that's outside.
Raya and Shambles will get a +2 as well.
They don't need it.
You do. What if it's a 25?
Okay.
Oh, fuck you, 24.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to give Raya 29.
Okay. So the grand total.
My evasion will be on top of that.
Well, if you had failed, you'd take half. If you succeed, you take none. So him using that on you is the best choice.
Sweet. Thanks,
so,
Brooklyn.
So, Jeremy, you take none of what I'm about to say.
Cubed for life.
Brooklyn and Shambles, you'll take half, and Chody, you'll take all. So the grand total is 64 points of damage. So
Wait, why would I take? I'm also
Holy
evasion.
crap!
Oh, you
I'm
have-
also evasion.
Sorry. You have evasion as well. DC.
And I'm gonna give inspiration to Chody, so hopefully he
16
passes.
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Oh boy.
Yeah. So 64 to Benson, and then 32 to Shambles and Brooklyn.
None to
The target
channels.
number.
Evasion.
You just bloodied him.
What's the target number though?
Oh, 19. It's save DCs and grapple DCs and everything are all set off as gone.
Shambles isn't gonna take anything. He has the evasion. He
I
passed
just
up.
said that. I agree.
Yeah.
It probably blacked out then, because my audio keeps cutting out.
That's so weird.
You're good.
Chody's the only one that takes the 64. Brooklyn is the only one that takes the 32. Everyone else dodges away from it. Benson, are you still standing?
Oh God, no.
Okay. Cool. Then in between...
The rest of my turn,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and move around this tree, and then I'll bonus action hide. 15, so I gotta move it half because I got up to this turn.
Okay. And so that was my mythic, and my legendaries are now 5. Okay.
Hide.
Okay. Yeah, you don't avoid it. It definitely knows you're there. And that being said, in between Raya and Benson, it's going to use its legendary action. This will be its third for the turn, to beak attack at 10-foot range against Raya. Because you are behind the tree, kind of engaged around the tree, it will have disadvantage. Or actually, you'll have cover on your AC. I'll say 3/4, so +5 to your AC. 28.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll take
5.
+5 to your AC.
Yeah.
26 piercing damage.
26.
Yeah.
And Raya falls down.
Okay. You want to use your reaction to Uncanny Dodge?
Probably a smart idea.
Will it keep you alive?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay.
Better. Thank you.
No problem. Grok.
Grok is going to healing word to Benson.
Okay.
Give you just a little bit of healing, pick you up.
All right. In between Grok and Shambles' turn, I'm going to go ahead and use my 4th legendary action to beak attack Benson.
Oh, come on!
He's
You're
prone.
gonna be the giant. I'm gonna keep on picking you up. It's
He's
gonna be
prone, so I have advantage. 26 damage. So you are not dying again. Shambles, you're up.
sorry, Benson. It's gonna be really
I'm gonna
ugly.
fucking destroy this.
Or do something cool.
Yeah, you hit. No, you don't on that second one. Third one, definitely. Fourth one misses.
Give you
I'm gonna give him
an
inspiration.
inspiration on that third one.
Hold on, you.
I'm good.
Who's got
I'm
inspiration
giving you
again?
damage. I'm using my own
Oh, I didn't
inspiration
know you-
on the
okay.
third one.
Cool.
You talked me out of giving it to Benson.
I wanna throw
Damage
it on that first.
wise, 10, 20, 21, sorry. So, 14, 18, 39. This one will be without. 47 total.
47 total. Okay.
And he's gonna have to make some constitution saves. I'm gonna go at least 2 stunning strikes on these.
Sure. Con saves, right?
Yes. 15.
Yeah, I didn't roll under a 20, man.
Butthole.
I got a +11 to my con saves. It's not even trained.
Fucking birds.
Anyways, in between Shambles and Rock, he is going to use his 5th legendary action and last one.
Jesus Christ.
Seems like too many.
When he becomes bloodied, he uses his mythic action,
That's for it.
That's fine.
which is Blade Feathers, and then after that, he increases his legendary actions by 2, and he gains
Rock, you're not wrong.
he gains the ability to use either his beak or his talons during his legendary instead of just his beak. But yeah, speaking of which, I am going to talons attack on Brooklyn.
New one.
26 to hit.
Yes.
So you'll take 20 slashing damage, and you are grappled and restrained by me. It then goes to my turn. I was not hit by chill touch, so I will regenerate.
See?
and I will then
Here.
take a flight.
Oh, I'm dead, bro.
Oh, wait, you're
No, I'm not dead. I'm saying when I get dropped, I'm dead.
okay. So we're going upwards.
Get a reaction?
You do
Opportunity
shambles.
attack?
Yeah. It's gonna miss.
What is wrong with me today?
It would have been the one though. I know exactly.
It would have been.
I know exactly what you were hoping for. You
I was
stay with
gonna
me,
short you
bird.
could have in the throat. He'd have gone splayed out. We'll be back for him later. We're losing this one.
Get
Whoosh.
behind the tree, and I feel, but we can't come back in if we die here.
The rock
Yeah, it's
flies
got to be like a year.
up into the air.
Okay.
Keep in mind, a year and a day, and that's based on your temporal state. So if you go into one that fast tracks you, and
Here
then
we
come
go.
back, you could fight him right away. But just saying.
No, let me know when we go outside after he's taken over the world. We're like, yeah, fuck that.
Right. Then you go the
I
backward.
live in London.
I'm gonna go fight that bird for the rest of my
Then
life.
go into the backward one, and then go back before he took over. Yeah, you see, now you're thinking with Chrono
It's
Trigger.
Goku's time capsule. I mean, it's
Well,
just,
it's more of a Chrono Trigger scenario here. But yes,
Fuck with time.
fuck with time. That said, the bird goes up into the air. I currently have Rooklyn in tow. So, that said,
it's literally in your toes.
I give myself inspiration, but Brooklyn, you are up. But yeah, actually, no, I will be a dick. That's definitely what I want to do here. Between you and the bird and you, it's going to take a legendary action, and it's going to continue to rend you with its claws.
He can take it.
24, I think, misses.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're restrained. I have advantage. 31 hits. Take 24 more slashing damage. Are you still standing?
Yeah.
Okay. At the start of your turn, you're taking 7 points of, it's 3 points of bludgeoning, and then it's 4 points of cold.
Now I'm out.
Okay. All right. Right.
Disappears from this plane altogether, right?
It's still here. It's just up in the air.
And you just killed him outright, right? So he
No. He's not dead.
Dead.
Oh, okay. I thought he just failed 3 death saving throws.
No.
I'm not dead yet.
How high up is the bird?
At least 120 feet. If you want to designate exactly where he's located skywards, you can make a perception check to try and find him.
More than far enough.
Yeah. If your passive perception is over a 20, you automatically see him.
Over a 20 or 20?
Over a 20.
Help Benson.
Mine's a 20.
I'm right at 20.
Is Benson gonna be okay?
I'll be fine. I'm gonna healing word on Benson.
There we go. Did you hear that?
Shows his head.
Did you hear that? Johnny?
I heard it.
I'm gonna step right here, and I'm gonna bonus action hide.
He's clericing, right?
He is clericing, yeah.
Oof.
Oh shit! I was behind a tree trunk.
The flame.
Hell up. Benson
Alright.
just got up on his own.
Chody.
Week 2 stealth.
Yeah, you're invisible.
Bitch.
Chody, you are back to life, back to reality. You don't know how. Since Grok is too far away, you think, or maybe he's not. But somebody healed you. Who knows? Who knows?
For how
who?
much was it?
I'm not too far away.
5. Must have been the tree.
Okay.
Good trick.
Oh. I'm going to get up,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to cast Greater Invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Ooh, and I'm going to run over here.
Sounds good. Chody, you are done. Grok, you are up, but between your turn and mine, I'm going to go ahead and use my second legendary action for the turn to rake into Rooklyn.
Someone's tired of fighting us.
I cannot stress enough that definitely goes through, and it's a crit, so it'll count as 2 death saving throw failures.
Uh,
All right. Grok, you are up.
I'm not dead. Go and heal a bit.
Oh, claw! Is that bird for success?
Yep, that's
So let's cure wounds on Rooklyn.
Okay.
I thought I was in the air.
Oh, you're in the air?
Yeah, sorry.
How about we'll do it on Shambles then?
Fair enough.
Okay.
So we'll give you, 13.
Don't feel bad.
Go get a tattoo.
And then, yeah, I guess that's fine. We'll stay right there. That's it.
Okay. On my third legendary action in between, make sure I didn't skip anybody. That was Grump. Okay. Brooklyn, you're unconscious, so you don't know what's happening, and you guys can't see him, so you don't know what's happening. Something happens.
Is he okay?
Shambles, you're up.
He did.
I'm gonna hold. I need to see this bird.
Okay. On the Rock's initiative, as a free action at the start of his turn, he's going to drop Brooklyn from his current position. Brooklyn, you fall here. And you watch as Brooklyn hits and kind of just splinters on that rock, like that was its intended purpose. And you can see the armor kind of crack a bit, and you can watch as blood shoots out of his chest area. Brooklyn, you are dead. He does not automatically disappear. But the bird then descends down and kind of hits there, raises its wings up, and just kind of holds its position, looking down at Brooklyn, and then changing its perception to you all.
Two of us.
Those of you that are on the bridge, yeah.
And can be seen.
Two of us are invisible, bitch. Dumbass bird.
All right, let's get this over with. I'm gonna go ahead and take my held, and I'm gonna bonus action dash.
Okay. Tell me when you get
through the air,
20 feet of him.
Right there-ish.
If you could bait him back over here, that'd be great.
The second you do so, you watch as his wings fly forward and sharply point in your direction. I need you to go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
Strength. That's not best. 11.
All right. The wind clap as he kind of brings his wings tips together, kind of shoots a gout of wind straight into you, which causes you to shoot back 30 feet and take 29 points of force damage. Still flying?
29 points?
Yep.
Well, that sure puts a damper on what I was trying to do, you asshole bird.
Are you conscious?
You can still finish your movement. You're not knocked prone or anything.
Yeah, but it kind of puts me well out of range of what I was trying to do.
Fair enough.
30 feet's a lot. I'm throwing darts at him. Fuck that guy.
All right.
Finger.
9 piercing.
That'll work.
He's dead.
They're non-magical, right?
Correct.
They don't seem to wound him as well as you'd hoped. You throw it, it hits him dead on in the eye, but it seems like it just kind of boom, bounces off.
That dumbass Superman scene.
Yeah, that dumbass Superman scene. All right. That said, it's that was your held. So it'd go to Brooklyn, who is dead. And at start of your initiative, Brooklyn, sorry, because of the order, you disappear.
Okie dokie.
So I'm just putting you at the bottom of the board there. I'll explain what happens to you during your turns. Right.
I will hold.
All right. Chody.
I can't see him, right?
You can see him.
Oh, he's way over there, though.
Yeah, he's standing on the island there, and his wings were just clapped together, and he's kind of bringing them back apart.
Yeah. This is a weird question, just to be anatomy-wise, if Benson would know it. If crows, it looks like a crow, right?
Yeah, it does look like a crow.
Raven.
If its wings
Raven,
get wet, do they hold water at all?
It doesn't appear to be doing so with the amount of cold it's probably moving through. The times that you've seen it kind of descend out of the clouds, it seems to be kind of coming out with a streak of snow and ice and rain.
And it just doesn't bother it at all?
It doesn't seem to be affecting this creature at all.
Okay. I'm going to try to move forward. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 there. And then I'm going to try to slowly, at half speed, for the second thing, move across the bridge.
Okay. Did you say you
So-
were dashing?
I said half speed, carefully, because I know it's slippery.
Yeah, but the question is, did you use the dash action?
I was using 2 movement actions.
Yeah, so you took the dash action. So that means that, yeah, okay. You can make an acrobatics check because you're moving at half speed. You're making the check at advantage. You're good.
17.
Yep. All right, that's it for Chody. Grok, you're up.
So.
Oh, sorry.
I just want-
Apologies. In between your turn and mine, I'm going to go ahead and use my second legendary action for the turn. Actually, no, my first. I haven't actually done anything with him yet. I just did the thunderclap as a reaction. I readied it. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fly my speed straight towards... Basically, it kind of throws its wings back and then dips them downwards, pushes itself straight up like a missile, shooting straight at Shambles. Now it's your go.
So I can't see Benson because he's invisible, and I can't see Raya because he's completely hidden, right?
Make a perception check. I'll give it to you for free.
Okay. Nope.
Neither.
So
You
the
can't
only-
see the bird.
The only one I can see is Shambles, yeah?
Shambles and the bird, yeah.
The bird.
So we'll give Shambles 12.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. You want to take the dodge action?
Yeah, I will take dodge action since Healing Word is bonus action. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. In between Shambles, or Grok and Shambles, it's going to go ahead and take a beak attack. 19 doesn't hit, I don't think.
Nope.
Alright. Your turn, Shambles?
I'm going to take my held action. I'm going to move up here in front of Benson
Sure.
and whip a dagger. Do I need to roll for the bridge?
You do.
Acrobatics, right?
Yes.
30.
You're good. Yeah, I think you'd have to roll 1 to fail, actually.
It'd be pretty hard to do, yeah.
Yeah, it's a DC 15, so yeah, you'd have to roll a 1 to fail.
Oh, no, yeah, 1 to fail. Crit.
Yeah, that'll work. So roll sneak attack damage twice. So,
And 14. 29, 33, 45.
Yeah. Solid hit. Okay. Next up is did Shambles get interrupted?
I have not gone.
Okay.
And my bonus action will be to hide.
Okay. Go ahead and make your stealth check.
In front of
Grok, you and the Rock both.
Knowing I can do it.
But yeah, Shambles.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, he's pretty rough.
That's the attitude.
I will say I'm out of triple digits now.
That's good.
No. Yes?
Crit.
So that'll be
14.
Juggernaut.
19?
Juggernaut damage shouldn't be doubling.
No. So 19 total.
Yeah.
Or 18 total, sorry. And let's give him another one of them stunning strikes.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
15's the time to beat.
I pass. I'm not gonna roll. I'm not gonna roll the dice.
I don't agree with that. Alright.
Legendary resistance 3 times per day. Sorry.
Alright, how many have you spent?
I spent 1 now. I've actually rolled with my plus 11.
Alright.
Plus 11 against the others. I just elected not to roll this time because I want to do the thing that I'm going to do. So I'm going to use my third legendary action to make a Talons attack against Shambles. 28 to hit. 20 damage.
Okay.
You are grappled, and as long as you're grappled, you're also restrained.
Good.
And then I'm going to use my action to pile drive. Alright. So I need to make a attack roll. 29. And
As he's doing it, I cast Resilient Sphere around Shambles! I know I can't do it, I'm just being stupid.
you watch as the bird drops straight down into the icy waters with Shambles first and slam into the ice and through the ice into the ground beneath It's not a very deep stream. So the bird kind of descends about 10 feet into the water, and you hear a loud clong kind of chiming out as metal hits rock. You're taking 61 points of damage, Shambles.
How much damage does the bird take?
0.
But he's
500?
he's wrapped around the robot.
What?
He's wrapped around the robot.
Wrapped around the robot.
Scrapes his knuckles at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, he's punching through this ice and rock with his little bird.
You know what? You know what? Okay.
Nice bird.
Scrapes himself against the ice. I will allow that for 1 point of damage.
Yeah, kills the bird.
That'd be
That's your undoing.
And Shambles like, oh, thank God, I got
You
him.
stupid bastard.
Listen and breathe, you dumbass bird.
So
I fucking rocked him.
you were approximately, 20 feet off of the ground, right, when you got slammed into?
Say again?
You were about 20 feet off the ground because you said your bullet
Yeah, sure.
shooting out. So when he hit you and then dropped down 20 feet, yeah, I did the math right. Perfect. It was 3d10 plus his normal damage. Perfect. So in the water, and then after he buries you, he's only moved 20 feet this turn. So he's going to go straight up into the air, and he'll use his bonus action to dodge or dash. He is now Skyborn again. All right, Brooklyn, dead. You are dead, genuinely. Everything is completely dark. You don't seem to see anything. You were told that when you died, there would be something. And as you feel that something coming about, you feel it kind of pulled away. There's like this warmth, like this hearth that you're kind of moving towards in the darkness, and then you just feel like it's just dragged away, hundreds and hundreds of miles in a blink of an eye. And then you see the throne again, and you can feel your broken body. As you look down to it, you can see it torn apart. You are conscious, and you're watching it being restitched back into its full state of health.
Do you begin to question your faith?
The pain that you felt, that lingers. The pain that's present for having been split basically in half is still present, but you're conscious throughout, and you feel it basically reforming you back into a full being. Right
I'll
there.
let you know. That's not something you forget.
that literally not something.
I remember my first time.
Shambles.
Buddy.
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. It's
I got torn to shreds by giant bugs, dude. Don't worry about it.
Brooklyn, you are done. Raya, you are up. I'm going to go ahead and use my legendary action in between to do a thing you don't see, but yeah.
He's healing himself.
No. He heals regeneration. Start his turn, but I can move around up there.
I'll ready my action to stab him when he gets within 60.
Okay. And you said you had hidden, right? But you rolled really bad?
Yeah, I can do it again.
You can give it another shot. You'd have to move, though. I typically don't let you hide in the same spot twice. If you failed at it there, then it's probably because of there, not you.
It's
Stick
still
around the
snowing.
backside of it.
I get that's fair. That's fair. Because it is a fluid position, I will allow you to go ahead and try right again.
Why not?
You're like looking around. Come on, fluff up. I need more flakes.
I did worse.
You should have heeded my caution.
Yeah, should have moved to the right. That totally would have solved the 14.
Okay.
Gotta get that fresh snow.
In between Chody's turn and Raya's and Chody's
Where are
turn,
you going?
I do a thing. Yeah. Hold on a second.
Stay close.
Yeah. So Chody, as you're kind of like lingering near Raya, you feel like you're being watched.
No way he sees me.
That's okay.
You can make an intelligence check.
Yeah.
You're a pretty smart cookie. I'll allow you to try and catch what I'm doing here.
29.
It'd actually be less, but over 20, because it's a save, not a check.
Oh, sorry.
No worries, no worries. You're leaving footprints behind. You're leaving effects behind. You're pretty sure that something from above can clearly see these things. And you're pretty sure it sees you. Like, it knows where you're at. You're also, as the snow's hitting you, it's disappearing. Because once it becomes on you, it gets the invisibility spell placed on it. This is literally the worst place to cast invisibility. You did it, and I was like, okay.
Your action to cast Chill Touch.
Ready, action, cast chill touch.
I'm totally hiding here too, buddy. I can also see your footprints.
No one can see us as you both don't look
Do
at
it.
each other.
That's awesome.
So invisible. Grok has no idea what.
This is the best battle ever.
I love it.
Oh God.
I don't like you.
He says Araya.
Jeez. All right, and Shambles is gone, right? He's underwater.
Yeah.
He's still visible. It's very crystal clear, but yeah, he's 20 feet submerged.
That sucks.
Finish the bird.
There are bubbles that kind of pop up, and you can see that they're writing out finish the bird. And then like a picture of the bird being like punched.
All my good spells are concentration.
Well, you're pretty sure the one you're currently wasting concentration on is absolutely useless, so...
Right, I know. What? So, what's the challenge level on a dragon?
On a dragon? Like, what type of dragon?
I don't know.
5 or 6.
It's not a beast if you're thinking polymorph.
That's what I was thinking.
You can't polymorph into a dragon. Tyrannosaurus Rex seems to be the go-to because it is a beast.
Right. Yeah. But it's so far away.
Regen is more important.
The what?
Inventing his regeneration.
Yeah, but I can't see him.
Ready to Chill Touch. He's got to come down eventually.
Yeah. All right. I am going to, I guess, try to back up into the trees again.
Okay.
3. And then 4. Try to get under the tree so that maybe...
You're moving at full speed across the bridge. Go ahead and make an
No,
action.
I'm sorry. Not full speed. Then I'll stop there, and then I'm going to ready Chill Touch for if I see him.
Got it. Okay. In between Charlie and Grok, a thing happens. Grok, go ahead and take your turn.
Okay. So
the problem with healing word at this distance is the...
I'm not doing healing word.
Sure.
Okay, so I just want to understand. So in this space, I'm going to blow basically my 5th level spell, and I won't be able to reincarnate anybody. So we're not really dying here, right? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
So
As long as that guy didn't lie to us.
So I know where Benson is because I could see his footprints, and he's nearby me.
Right.
I know where Raya is because he made a bad stealth check, and I know where Rooklyn is because he is. Shambles is because he's underwater and it's clear. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know where Rooklyn is. He's gone to the Great Beyond.
Yeah.
Just
Go back to the main hall.
Just like all of you probably will very shortly.
This bird's on his last leg.
Okay, everybody gets 18.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Okay. Shambles, death saving throw. And
I just got 18.
oh, right.
Good death save.
Then you're fine.
Dumbass bird.
I'm gonna...
You are starting your turn submerged, so you'll be taking 3 points of cold damage.
Wearing winter clothes.
Not against the freezing water.
Water?
I was gonna hang out under the water. You're gonna be all surprised.
It's not a place you'd want to stay, unless you want to be pulled out in a nice, like, icy block.
You know what? I am gonna hold my action.
Alright, that's fair. Your turn did technically start. It won't start again. So
That's fine.
That's fine. Okay. It goes to its turn. Those of you who are readying actions, I don't think anybody really was except for Raya, right?
Ethan ready, Chill Touch.
I did. Yeah,
Okay.
Chill Touch.
Take your actions. 18 hits. For 12.
21
And 21 hits.
for 12.
So 24 down. Alright. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and beak attack on Ryan. Crit. That'll be 51 points of piercing damage.
Oh, shit.
Alright.
Give me a second. I'm trying to think if there's a way out of that. I'm pretty sure there's not.
You just use your reaction to throw a knife, so...
Does he get
Ready
like...
action.
Oh.
You used your reaction to throw the knife. To ready to action, you spend your action on your turn and then use your reaction to trigger it. Yeah. That's how that works. Yeah. That's the benefit of interrupting someone. You're spending a bit.
Huh.
Anyway, do I get you?
Yeah, I'll be down.
Okay, cool. You will not be allowed to make a contested athletics or acrobatics check as it does the chicken walk. So you're immediately failing one death saving throw.
Last one.
Huh?
Third fail.
Oh, no. Resets
For every time you
get
go
back
down.
up. So fresh 3.
You should have been at 0.
Yeah.
No.
You were just standing. I just knocked you down, and then I hit you after you've been knocked down. So it's 1 failure.
No, I thought death saves were per day.
No, that's 4th edition.
Oh, okay.
It's old school. But for you other two, you can either make an athletics check or an acrobatics check contesting my check here to avoid being knocked prone.
Brent, I'm so sorry.
3.
28's a success. You can move 1 square, Grosh, as you please. And yeah, it'll do 28 points of damage to Benson, and you're knocked prone.
0.
Okay. Brooklyn, the pain kind of starts subsiding, and you feel this kind of warmness throughout. And also, like, the trauma of that having happened seems to be kind of fleeting out of your mind as you're being reconstructed. It seems like there was just like a momentary lapse in between, like, the healing and the piecing together. You're becoming more cognizant of the world around you. You can see the strange man still up on the throne, like the dais of the throne kind of sitting there, but it seems like he's turned his attention towards the throne. Sitting on the throne is a woman who appears to be covered in green armor from head to toe. Her head appears, I'll get you a picture of this, but her head appears to have a face on either side of it, and perhaps one on the other side as well. Each one of the hands appears to be holding a sword, and it's all in awkward positions, even though she's sitting comfortably on the throne. Just very, very strange entity that's sitting on the throne. It doesn't look like they're talking. It just looks like they're kind of looking at one another, kind of.
Just kind of waiting for this to finish.
Yeah. Waiting on the temporality of mortals. Raya, it is your initiative, so death saving throw.
Did it?
That's 2
he's
failures.
Gone. You're gone. That sucks.
And basically a very similar circumstance to Brooklyn, by the way. You are currently ripped apart.
The second one.
You failed with a 1. That means you failed 2. And
Crit
you've
fail
already
counts as 2 saves failed.
If you roll a natural,
To it.
you have a Cloak of Resistance or
I know.
Stone of Good Luck. Something that's adding +1 to saves.
Me.
All right, well, I'll check that later. But it appears that something's adding +1.
You
to
were
saves.
wearing a ring of protection before, weren't you?
Ring of Protection does it.
Never.
All right, well,
Okay.
I'll look into that.
We'll fix that
Apparently,
later.
your character sheet has been messed with, but that is a roll of a 1 +1. So, yeah, that is a good old-fashioned critical fail.
Good luck to the rest of you. I'm gonna go be cool and dead.
Fair enough. I'm trying to end this quickly. So, in between Raya and Benson, I'm going to go ahead and gobble up some turtle.
I will not fight you.
He's been begging for it this whole time.
23 to hit,
That hits.
37 damage.
Okay.
All right. Benson, your initiative. You are currently in the dying state, I believe.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a death saving throw.
9.
1 failure. And then in between yours and Grok's turn, the creature will take its
On my
held
my
action.
held,
Go ahead.
and I'm rushing the bird with all I got.
Okay. That will change my legendary action in between.
That's fine.
Those
That's
all
so fine.
those all hit.
Did you skip me or no?
No, we haven't
Well,
gotten to you. We're
I'm
interrupting.
interrupting some.
He saw
No
me
worries, no
hurting
worries.
and he's raging.
I erupted out of the river.
That's fair.
And I'm gonna go ahead and throw in 2 of those stunning strikes. I know you're gonna.
I'll just pop
you
my
know,
last 2 legendaries
ditch
to
'em.
stop them.
That's fine.
That's
14 plus 11, 25, 36, 39, 53.
Yeah,
Felt
Great.
good.
pretty strong. So in between your initiative your new interruption and Grok's, I'm going to turn around and just bite you.
That's fine.
Crit. That'll be 48 points of damage.
I'll drop down.
All right. Grok, it is finally your initiative.
Uh-huh.
Take him out, Grok.
You can basically have the party be the giant, or you can try and go for a last ditch effort, attack him.
I'll heal myself for 14.
Yeah, take that.
Slits his own throat.
In between Grok and Shambles, I'm going to go ahead and attack Grok. Beak attack. 19 hit.
No.
Okay.
Oh, what now?
Shambles death saving throw. That's one failure. Then in between Shambles and the Rock, legendary action. Go ahead and attack Rock. 24 hits.
Yep.
25 damage. It goes to the Rock's turn. He's going to go ahead and just go raw. Beak attack. And Talons. 24 and then 32. For a grand total of 58 points of damage, if you're taking it all.
For Grok?
Yeah.
I'm just showing off.
Yeah, I'm down.
And real quick, just to make sure we know how close it was, how much fire damage do I take with each of those? Or cold damage do I take? Oh, no. It's cold damage, right?
No, it's fire damage.
That blocks against the cold. Okay, cool. So how much fire damage would I take per attack? Because I've hit
Hold
you
on.
4 times.
Let me do that thing again. Sorry.
No worries. I just, again, mostly for laughs, nothing more. I just want to see how close it got.
Did it get real close?
I want to see how close, yeah. 2d8 fire damage. So go ahead and roll 8d8.
Anyway, right?
Yep.
That's really good rolls.
Yeah. All right. So you're knocked prone, Grok.
Okay.
And that would be its initiative. In between Rook and the Rock and Rooklyn, it's going to use a legendary action to beak attack. If I crit, it's 2, so just 1 death saving throw on Grok. 1 failed, rather. In between Rooklyn and Raya, I'm going to do it again on Grok. That's not a crit. And then in between...
It's that turtle.
In between... It knows he's a healer. In between Chody, or the whatever in that one, before Grok, I'm going to go ahead and finish him off. So you're dead.
Okay.
And then
Welcome to the club.
the concentration on the fire
I did
shield.
want to be here.
Oh, it lasts for 10 minutes period. So go ahead and roll me 68 more. Ooh.
Ooh.
Grok.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, you're dead outright. Zipping back to the plane. Shambles, death saving throw.
Got it. Damn.
And at some point, Benson would have made a death saving throw as well.
13.
Yeah, you're 1 success, but I'm just going to go ahead and use my turn to finish you off. Yep, and yeah, you're dead. All right.
Number.
So as you all kind of reform back in the main room, the number real quick is 24, by the way.
Yeah. One for attack.
A very valiant effort, I will state. But after it dismisses you back to the main plane, I'm going to go ahead and shift you back over there. You see that she's not present on the map. I will get a handout for you and post it in the Discord, and probably at the start of next session. You can see that the two are kind of seeming to have some sort of mental communication. He looks back to you, and he grins, and he says, "You've done as I pleased, though you weren't successful in succeeding, or, well, you were, but at the same time, you weren't.
I'll be back in a year.
You would you would have seen the earlier of you that died. You would have seen the bird coming out of the doorway, and you would have seen the fair woman kind of raise all of her swords, they all glowing different colors, and it kind of banished the bird back into its state.
Mini sword.
She then kind of raises the swords back in weird positions, looking down at it, and as you kind of say, "Give me swords," you see the head switch to one that looks like super angry and looking at you. And then you
Not
see.
give me. How many swords did she pick
Oh,
up?
sorry. I thought she has 6 swords. 6 hands, 6 swords. I thought you said give me swords.
How many swords?
It sounded like something Jeremy would say. Give me swords.
Wield those? They're not light. They're not finesse.
They are actually, but that's beyond the point. Give me swords. That said, the gentleman says to you, he says, you've done what I've needed, so I will adhere to my end of the bargain, a gift from the sidereal court. He walks over to each of you, and if you allow him, he places his thumb on your forehead. You would see a kind of glowing mark appear on your brow and then disappear, no longer visible. The mark appears to be, for those of you who are Arcanists, the star sign that you were born under. That said, I will get you the information for that boon, and I will get you the information regarding what happens with that there, and Mundi as a whole, in the Discord or off chat. Just closing it out because I know we ran over a little bit. I know some of you probably have to run. That said, thanks.
Are we pretty sure that time didn't pass forward while we were in there?
You won't know till you go outside.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and kill the stream. Thanks for watching.